So I want to share with you a handy timer tool that I have found and love using now, and it helps when you're doing small group rotations or just small groups, or you want to keep things going in a quick and timely manner. So I use it, I just type in timer interval, and I'm going to go to onlinestopwatch.com, and that's a really great resource. It has a lot of different clocks that you can see down here that you can use in your classroom to help you with your timer as you go. So the interval timer is right here. And so this is great because say you have a rotation model set up or small groups, things like that, and you want to give them a set number of minutes. So like maybe say 5 minutes, and you want to give them a rotation, a time to move, or a time to get new things out and things like that. So this is a great way to do it. So right here you see interval. So you click on add interval. Let's say you want your small group stations to be 5 minutes each. So we have 5 minutes there. And then you have the sound. Now this is important that you have the sound playing so that you could be wherever in the classroom and you hear that sound, and the students know on their own without prompting from you that they need to move to the next activity. So we're going to add the new interval. So each rotation is 5 minutes, and let's say you want 30 seconds of transition time. So I'm going to put 30 seconds. It's got that alarm still set for it. You're going to add the new interval, and there you go. So then down at the bottom it says restart when done. So you're going to click on, and so now you just hit go, and it'll start counting down, and it'll get down to 5 minutes, and then it'll make the alarm, and then it will go directly to the 30 seconds, make the alarm when the 30 seconds is up, and then start the 5 minutes again. And so it's really nice because when you're doing these small group rotations, sometimes you get carried away and caught up in what you're talking about with the students or something like that at your station, and you lose track of time. So this really keeps the time honest, and you don't have to keep going back and setting it again and again for every time. This just keeps going 5 minutes, and then 30 seconds, and then 5 minutes again. And say after 2 or 3 stations, you're like, hey, this isn't enough time. I need to give them more time for the transition period. So I'm going to go down here to interval 2. You just double click on it. It's going to work. You double click, you change the time, you hit save and update, and then you will begin to work in it there as well. So it's a really great resource, this interval timer, to keep you consistent in your time for your small groups and your rotations, or any type of lesson that you want to have where you say we need to have this much for bell work, and have a small transition, and then this much for direct instruction, and then this much for independent practice. And you can set the timer to make sure that you stay honest with the time that you've told your students that they will have to work on a certain assignment.